I'm sure that the directors of the Miraculous Medal Association looked carefully at the readings and they saw this healing story in here, so they gave me the job of talking to you about Mary and healing. Mary, help of the sick. And since Jesus called to that woman, we can call to him in this moment through Mary's intercession for our own healing. And you know I usually come, I haven't been here for a little while, but I am happy to be back. And I usually sing a song with you as a way of trying to take the story into our souls. So the one, I think maybe we did it once before, but let me do the little refrain part for you and you'll remember it. So 2 times it goes, fix me, Jesus, fix me, Jesus. And then the 3rd time is just fix me. You have to be quiet after the 3rd time. That's how it goes. Oh, fix me, Jesus. Oh, fix me, Jesus. Oh, fix me. Fix me, Jesus. Fix me. That's the whole refrain. Ready? Oh, fix me, Jesus. Oh, fix me, Jesus. Oh, fix me. No Jesus there. Fix me, Jesus, fix me, long white robe. Fix me for my long white robe. Fix me, Jesus, fix me, starry crown, come on. Fix me for my starry crown. Fix me, Jesus, fix me, the refrain. Oh, fix me, Jesus. Oh, fix me, Jesus. Oh, fix me. Fix me, Jesus, fix me for my journey home. Fix me for my journey home. Fix me, Jesus, fix me now for the dying bed. Fix me for my dying bed. Fix me, Jesus, fix me. Sing the song now. Oh, fix me, Jesus. Oh, fix me, Jesus. Oh, fix me. Fix me, Jesus. Fix me. What'd you say? Fix me, Jesus. Fix me. Last time. Fix me, Jesus. Fix me. So, Mary, help of the sick, brings that fixin', brings us to that, asks that for us. You know, I heard all the intentions read, and we call her Mary, help of the sick today. But all those other things that people asked for her to pray for, we could call her that. Mary, help of those who need a job. Or Mary, help of those who are trying to get through their RN. Or whatever it is that people are trying to get through. That to be able to call in exactly the place of our need. So that old spiritual came out of people who had a great struggle. And they learned in that struggle to call. To call. That's such an important thing. And it's a call for help. It's a call for friendship. It's a call for a relationship that already exists. When you think about, for ourselves, you know, there was an old Catholic practice where you would practice your own dying. It's kind of in that song, you know, fix me for my dying bed. So if I was laying on my dying bed, what would I need for that moment to be okay? And for that moment to be okay, usually it's a bunch of other relationships that are really important to us that have to line up. You know, whether it's our kids or our parents or whatever our loved ones are, you know, that to be able to, for that moment to be able to let go, there's some things that have to be right. And it's mostly right relationships that I have to feel like I can trust myself into God's hands. And maybe I need some other things around. Maybe you might ask the question, well, if it was your dying bed, who would you want to be there? I remember I said to my dad, when he was dying, I said, Dad, you know, are you thinking a lot about heaven? I said, you know, Jesus will be there and Mary will be there and my brother would be there and his mom and dad would. I said, do you think much about that? He goes, no. He goes, I hope they'll be there. I hope they'll be there. But for all of us, that sense of the building of that relationship and the calling on that really is the work of a lifetime. So, all right, when you get to your dying bed, this is what you want lined up. But what went before that, the building of those healing relationships, or the healing of the broken relationships, it's a really important work to be done. One of the things that I do some prison ministry, and one of the things that I'm struck by in the struggle, most of these are young men that I meet, and what they didn't learn to do yet was really to call on God and to call on some powerful resources right where they need them, right in the spot where they get in trouble. For a lot of young people who wind up in jail, who wind up in that cycle of addiction, they say that 80% of the people who are in our prisons, and there's millions of them, are people who never got the basic things that they needed in terms of the love and support and an environment that protected them so that they could stand on their own 2 feet. And they got to go back and they got to heal that. Because if they don't, if they keep running forward in life, they'll just keep running into the same problems. Maybe we haven't been down that kind of road, but the things that have hurt us in the past and that have been a trauma for us, our old wounds, are a part of what Mary has to help us to heal. There's a beautiful old hymn, There is a Balm in Gilead, and I'm not going to sing it, but it has this great line, this calling on God for a healing of the sin-sick soul. They are our woundedness. Our woundedness is the place that needs to be healed in our soul. Sometimes that woundedness shows up in our body. Sometimes that woundedness shows up in our relationships. You know that God and Jesus and the Blessed Mother, in the power of the Spirit released in Jesus' death and resurrection, longs for our wholeness, longs for our completeness. And that will be, when we're fixed up for our long white robe and our starry crown, there will be a wholeness in that. But God means for that wholeness to begin to unfold here on earth. There are some things about us, maybe they'll only be fixed when we get to heaven. Maybe they'll only be fixed there. Some things, maybe, it's such a big job, maybe some of it gets done here and some of it only gets done in heaven. But our part in it, whether it's in ourselves or in the people around us, is to find what needs to be healed and to call for God's help, to call for Jesus, to call for Mary, to heal the sin-sick soul, to heal the body. We learn to do that little by little. The beautiful psalm that was sung said, our God is a God of salvation. That word means healing. Our God is a God of healing. What's God about? When you're on your own, when you feel alone, when you feel overwhelmed by what's there, that's the place where you call on God. That's the place where you call on Mary, help of those who need the help. The help for me, my life, my journey, my family. Fix that. I have to cooperate. I have to be in that spot. It has to be conscious what it is. But that's where God wants to work for me and for you, and through the intercession of the Blessed Mother.